What's going on, guys? It's your boy Antonio, and this is the fourth fucking time that I'm recording this. And the last time, I think I was like 20 minutes in rambling, and this is so annoying right now. This is so annoying. I'm gonna whatever I said the last 3 times. It's just gonna fucking. I'm so done with this right now. I'm ranting. So. My last 3 videos, I did a fucking review of A Head Full of Ghosts by Paul Tremblay. I'm not going to go through that again. I'm just going to say I like the book and I'm giving it 4 stars. Same thing with Patient Zero by Jonathan Mayberry. I love his work in general. This is a Joe Ledger novel. It was the first of the series. Deals with bioterrorism and zombies and shit. I enjoy that type of stuff. It was great. Give that 4.5 stars. These were audiobooks that I listened to while I was at work. The Patient Zero I listened to while I was having my panic attack at work, and then the next day I listened to the rest, and I was in deep depression, so I couldn't write any notes down while I was at work. I pretty much listened to majority of A Head Full of Ghosts by Paul Tremblay, and I had 1 hour left on the audiobook yesterday, which I finished. If I'm ever gonna do book reviews, I'm probably gonna either do a review every 5 chapters, 10 chapters or so, or whatever, or I'll just write notes for each chapter or anything significant that I liked or whatever, and I'll just consolidate it all together and do a video review, because I can be really forgetful. By the time I read the entire book, I'm going to have forgotten what happened in the beginning or something. So note-taking might be my priority when it comes down to book reviews and shit. Head Full of Ghosts, great book. Dealt with mental illness and religion and abuse. A really fucked up book. I enjoyed the hell out of it. So if you haven't, I'm not giving a thorough review. I'm just telling you that I liked it and shit. I'm not telling you what I liked about it, except that I can relate to mental illness and an abusive father. I've never met my father. Fun fact, not fun fact. Now we're going to skip forward. I'm doing this as if I was live, no edits. I said I was going to be live. I'm going to tell you guys what happened earlier. 3 p.m. I was supposed to be here live. I tried going live on the mobile app or the YouTube app, and I had the camera. And I will show you guys too. You need 10,000 subscribers in order to do it off your phone, which I think is bullshit. So YouTube, middle fingers. But, if you're going to go live on your iPhone or Android, you're on the YouTube app, you can hit this camera button. I don't know why I'm showing you guys. Besides the record, there should be a live button too. I don't have that. And how to get your first 1,000 YouTube subscribers fast? I don't give a shit about that. Whatever. I got a lot of irrelevant stuff on my YouTube right now that doesn't involve Booktube or vlogging. It's 5:41 p.m. At 7 p.m. we'll start the WWE Elimination Chamber pre-show, and at 8 o'clock we'll start the entire actual pay-per-view. I was planning on doing live reactions and then cutting it all up, but that would involve me recording myself the entire time. But I'm be hanging out with my best friend Tristan, who's also my roommate. We're going to be watching it together, so not happening. What I can do is live, share my thoughts after the pay-per-view, do a video and share my thoughts, what I liked and disliked about the pay-per-view. But who's excited for The Walking Dead premiere? Mid-season premiere. I'm ready for it. Huge fan of The Walking Dead, and huge fan of The Walking Dead, and huge fan of the television show. Huge fan of the comic book series, which I need to start. Booktubers, I got a question for you. Novels. When you're doing TBRs and Booktube-a-thons or readathons, do you count graphic novels and comic books as books on TBRs and shit like that? Because if that counts, I'm all over it. I'm kind of fidgety right now. I want to go back to sleep, but I'm not going to. I got shit to do. What am I gonna do? Walking Dead. Spoiler alert. That's all I'm saying right now. If you don't want to see the spoilers, skip ahead. Mid-season finale. We find out Carl has been bitten. Yes, Carl Grimes, one of the main characters in the comic book series, who is still alive in the comic book series, by the way, I believe. I went with 30 issues ahead after Negan dies, and that's as far. I think it was issue 158. I stopped at. No, I had a bit further. I don't know where they're at. I know it's past Negan. I don't remember much. But I believe Carl's still alive to current issue. I'm not sure. Yeah, he dies. He's gonna die. We're gonna say goodbye to Carl Grimes today. And I just want to share my thoughts on Carl Grimes. Back in the day, and during the early parts before he developed into this badass character, he was an annoying little brat. And I know myself, and I know other Walking Dead fans, we wouldn't have had in mind him getting killed off. Or he got killed off, and she was pretty annoying. Gonna be an emotional goodbye today. I've been feeling really emotional all week with everything that's gone on in my personal life. Panic attack, depression, everything sucked this week for me. So Carl Grimes, saying goodbye to him might take the cake for me. I will do a reaction, share my thoughts video for Walking Dead also. So we're going to get the WWE Elimination Chamber on one separate one, and then Walking Dead on the new one. Or I might combine both. I don't know. So I did a part. It was part one video of creative process, and I pretty much got that idea from May Reed. She did a Booktube newbie tag, and one of her videos asked something along the lines of like, what's your creative process? It wasn't toward me directly. It was for the booktubers, like, how do you guys get inspired, or what's your creative process? So something along those lines. So I did a reply video to it, and now I'm gonna go deeper into it right now. For books and novels, or not novels, for novels and screenplays, I got a couple notebooks full of ideas here. I've already explained in the last video, my creative process video, that I'm watching a television show or a movie, if I'm listening to music, I will always have constant running ideas because I'm always getting inspired. And I got a notebook full of ideas. Damn, what's the best way? I guess I'll get into it right now, actually. Oh, as I should show you. This TI first. Bam! Alright. I'm trying to look for a good one. And you know, most of these don't have titles for the screenplay / novel, but this one does. Identity Crisis. It would be a film, which could probably turn into a novel too if I wanted to. Drama, mystery, thriller. Takes place in the present day. A man who had murdered his wife and children assumed the identity of a news journalist who looked like him, who was on the run on the run is finally caught and wants the news journalist to cover a story. I was influenced by the trailer True Story, which stars James Franco and Jonah Hill. James Franco being the killer and Jonah Hill being the person that got his identity stolen. I thought I could make something similar, not exact. And then I had this web series. I even have this was when Mr. Robot came out, and I kind of had something similar because that type of shit interests me. I know y'all can't really fucking see it, but I had the episode titles based. Episode titles was based on the Mr. Robot. There's more influences to that, like the Dragon Trilogy, Mr. Robot, Swordfish, V from Vendetta. It's about a tech girl who's a hacker, either employed by a major tech company or let go by one, and employed servers her own justice on her free time, is recruited by a crazy anarchist to join his cause. And also Watch Dogs, the video games. And then I had another one which I was writing a story about. I can't access the story because I don't have Final Draft installed on my laptop, and I don't know if I wrote the story down then transferred it over, or if I just did it off of Final Draft. So I decided not to search for it. After being fatally injured and in a coma for 2 years, sounds like The Walking Dead, a man wakes up only to find out the world has ended in a zombie apocalypse. Also, 28 days later. Possible title names: Z-Pocalypse, Z Dead End. Influence, inspiration: 28 Days and Weeks, Z Nation, Resident Evil, and The Walking Dead. So this would not just do zombies. And then I had a horror anthology based on American Horror Story. I had this thing before YouTube, you're able to go live and shit. This was back in 2006, when I think this was after I entered the army. I had this idea called Hell Views Horror, I wanted it to be a film. And then I thought, maybe it could be like, if I couldn't do a film, then maybe I could do a TV show. Not TV show, but kind of a video web series where it would involve me telling stories, horror stories. And it'll be like a whole anthology. Like, I think right now, if I were to do something like that, it would be season format. Like, I would probably write this big ass story and like break it down on each episode, and then it'll be an anthology. Like, first series will be zombies, second will be vampires, third will be ghosts, fourth will be some bullshit. I don't know. But then I had one also on Hellview where it would be a theme park. I don't know why the fuck I did this, but I think this was after a couple years ago when I went to Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando. I got this idea, and this is during my, I'm trying to do film and novels, but music took over still. So everything on that went in the back burner. And this will be the map for Hellview. Sorry for a horrible drawing, but this is like a layout. And then the theme park would be based off of Halloween Horror Nights, and I have like a horror soundtrack. And this would probably serve as my soundtrack to listen to in real life, because I listen to all of this. Sorry for my horrible handwriting, but you can see it. I have it in different sections. The Carnival of Terror. We got Dance of the Headless Corpse by Zombie Girl. And anyone's never listened to Zombie Girl before, I highly recommend her. I love her music. Amanda Jensen, The Carnival, was off of American Horror Story, the Carnival season. I don't remember the name of it. Rob Zombie, Spook Show Baby, Marilyn Manson, The Beautiful People, Corn Freak on a Leash, Hollywood Undead We Are, Lana Del Rey, Gods and Monsters, which is also off of American Horror Story. Hellview's Hospital of Happiness and Crazy. This would be based off the ride Alice in Wonderland ride. And at Halloween Horror Nights, Gorillaz, Clint Eastwood, Party Thieves and Lazy Boys, No Gravity, Beastie Boys, Sabotage, Evanescence, Way to the World, Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit, Rob Zombie, Feel So Numb, 21 Pilots, Stressed Out, Disturbed, Down with the Sickness, Black Skinhead by Kanye West, and Day of the Dead by Hollywood Undead. And then we got Hellview's City of Aftermath, Tom Andy, Tokyo, based off the Resident Evil Afterlife soundtrack. Oh, it's on the soundtrack. I don't know why he's saying based off of. Disturbed, Violence Fetish, New Year's Day, Killed or Be Killed, Cal Nakagawa, Great Hunting, which is from the Tokyo Gore Police soundtrack. Zombie Girl, The Darkness. I think that's one of my favorite songs now. It used to be Dance of the Headless Corpse, but this took over. No, Darkness. It wasn't Darkness. It was something else. Devendra Banhart, Insect Eyes. To those that has not seen The Hills Have Eyes, or has seen the teaser trailer to Hills Have Eyes Part 2, that song is featured on there. Charlie Clouser, We're Out of Time. Charlie Clouser, Fuck the Shit. Both of them on the Saw soundtrack. Commie Christ, Never Surrender. That is from DMC soundtrack, Devil May Cry. Because I love that shit. We're going to go more. I'm literally going to like go all out. And then you can see my other notebook. 100 ideas. I've got fuck my life themes. Top 25 100 ideas. Inspiration. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. 3-act structure. Like I got my shit organized, sort of. And this was from 2014, July 25th, 2014 to January 23rd, 2015. Jesus Christ. I've had ideas expanding from all that. All right. This would be easier to do. Sci-fi action, dystopian future. Similar premise to The Matrix. World ruled by AI. Real world programs. World would be the alternate world. I got a whole bunch of fucking ideas. Like, so I got all these ideas, or like similar ideas to the movies I watch and shit. This one isn't no, it's actually, this is not an original one, but I wrote this idea down in hopes of maybe I might revisit it. I have to get final draft again. Red Light, Green Light. It's a horror mystery thriller. It was inspired from Hostel and Saw. Especially when I listened to the Saw soundtrack, I would like the 2 songs I mentioned earlier from Charlie Clouser. Those 2 songs specifically is where I was coming up with scenes from for Red Light, Green Light. Especially when how I viewed the trailer, like if I were to ever make that movie. In a perfect little world, I made that movie and the trailer premiered. Those 2 songs would pop up, and there are certain parts where I see certain actions happening. A girl is kidnapped at the age of 16. Experiences a heavy traumatic experience. 10 years later, the kidnapper / killer is never found. More victims start popping up. The girl goes on vacation with her friends and boyfriend, only to end up being kidnapped again with her friends and boyfriend. And that's where we part. That's where we do. That's where shit goes wrong. Everything goes up to shit. Let's see. A therapy for pain. I have mentioned this shit, and I have mentioned this shit. I finished the first draft of the novel when I was 16 or 17. I believe I was 17. And back then, for all you new kids around the block, the new generation, I know a lot of you guys probably don't know what a floppy disk is, but a floppy disk is definitely not this, because we didn't have this back in the day. Then floppy disks were like a disk where you can, instead of having the USBs, it had like a little slot where you could put the floppy disk in the desk drive. And I had all my shit in there. I had literally planned out a 5-part series. At the age 11, Tony witnesses the murder of his parents and kidnapping of his childhood best friend Jessica. He escapes police custody and is out on his own until he meets a stranger who takes him in and trains him in Japan to become an assassin. 15 years later, he manages to find his parents' killers and seeks out to extract revenge. Also finds out Jessica is alive. So I can make this into a film as a spaghetti western based on Kill Bill, and that's where I got the inspiration from, actually. And the dude that takes him in, his name was going to be called Crazy 88. If I were to do this shit right now, his name would not be Crazy 88, because Kill Bill. And it would be a spaghetti western novel anthology. Another one I was going to be doing 12 rounds. It'll be a drama and a sport. It tells the story of a washed up middleweight prize fighter who got into deep got in too deep with the wrong people and owes money to. He tries to get his life back together while attempting to make a comeback in the ring and pay the money that he was owed. 12 rounds. I was literally for music. I was gonna name the album 12 rounds, and I was gonna do original music. I think like 12 songs, or either 12 or 15 songs, because in boxing there was 12 rounds, and then back in the day it was 15 rounds. So I would have followed suit, either 12 songs or 15 songs, and it would have coincided with the screenplay I was doing. Yeah, we're going all out, guys. We're going all out. The Black Sheep will be a crime drama. Film is about a girl and her boyfriend who goes on a killing spree, killing her family and 2 other victims. I don't remember where I got this idea from. I might have been watching Natural Born Killers, but I doubt the idea stemmed from that movie, because it's entirely different. Yeah, we're like, there's another one. The drama tells the story of a 16-year-old female who meets a guy who's in his early 20s. She starts experimenting on drugs and becomes rebellious as a result of meeting him. Her life starts spiraling out of control with every decision she makes. So, while I get other ideas, sometimes when I'm writing down a current idea, more ideas will pop up that has nothing to do with like me getting ideas from like film and music and all that other shit, and I'll just start like writing The Room. This was gonna be a motherfucking short film filmed by me, starring me in my goddamn room. Now that I have an empty room, I think I could fucking do it now. So I guess that's a good thing. My roommate moved out. Still missed him though. It'll be a horror mystery. Tells the story of a man investigating a room where nobody made it out alive. After entering it, he searches for answers on why people die in the room. This was inspired by Silent Hill, The Room, and 1408. So, I was living with my godmother in Orlando and her family. My godfather, my godsisters, and then my godfather moved back to Chicago. But, basically, the next door, the house next door was abandoned, and I think it was being remodeled too, I don't remember, and I was planning on going there and recording. I was gonna do like a short script, or a short screenplay, script, whatever the hell you want to call it, and I was gonna record in there. Now that my roommates have moved out, I think I might be able to follow suit with this really short film. This would take place entirely in its room for the most part. I don't know how I can make it work this time around. I would have to, I guess, write the screenplay and do some shit with it. Alright. And then I wanted to do a reboot on Witchboard and the Sorority House Massacre and April Fool's Day. Yeah, I'm all about that shit. Damn. I'm kind of... And this is when I met my ex-girlfriend too. She was my then girlfriend. This is what I wanted to do. This was my project I really wanted to do, and I really wanted to attempt it. I think I did. I had the ideas, I just never wrote it. And then this would have been my screenplay that I was planning on doing. horror action thriller, screenplay, 90 to 100 pages, or novel, 50,000 to 90,000 words, gritty and dark as fuck, no over the top shit, slow burn. I think this was gonna be from based off I got the inspiration and idea from Constantine, not the movie, the comic series. And this would be the character. I didn't have a name for him yet, but male, early 30s. I'm pretty sure I did this in the last video, honestly. I don't want to bore you guys. Themes and other shit. Non-linear storylines, violent crime, pop culture references, commodity, intersecting storylines, narrative structure, revenge, anime, martial arts, mystery. What the hell is all this? I don't know. I just had all these crazy ideas. We're gonna skim through. Oh, wait, no. There's one that I am definitely have to show you guys. I think. Oh, wait, actually, no. Yes. I was coming up with like original ideas. I was not inspired by nothing. And we are there right now. I told you all I'm going to share everything with you guys. And this is going to be unedited. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Sorry for my horrible ass handwriting. La, la, la. I'm actually enjoying this now. What the hell? Who emails me at this time of night? DirecTV. Don't care. The plot. A young couple and their family comes under attack by 3 masked strangers on the night before their young couple's wedding. Hey, that sounds familiar. The Strangers. Possible titles. Wolf in sheep's clothing. They who cried wolf. Don't cry wolf. Alright. This is where shit gets crazy. The setting would take place in 1975, 1982, 1994, or 2005. The place would take place in a cabin or loft in the mountains, or summer home in the country or suburban area. The villains. The wolf wears a wolf mask. He's a male. Pig face wears a bloody pig face, which would be a female. And Riding Hood, which is also a female, wears a Red Riding Hood outfit. The victims. Oh shit, there's more than one. What do you know? Adam, who's 32 years old, and Nadia, who's 27 years old. They're the couple that's getting married. Michaela is 28, and she is Nadia's best friend and the maid of honor. Corey is 34 years old, and Adam's best friend and the best man. Jack is 56, and Isabel is 55. They're Adam's parents. Ryan is 16, Adam's little brother, and Haley, 25, Nadia's little sister. Richard and Sophie, 58 and 60, Nadia's parents. All villains live, all the main characters must die. Basically, nobody makes it out alive. Then I have another one called The Black Sheep. Oh, I actually did this already. But I get deeper into it. Follows the story of Ava and her boyfriend Tyler, who goes on a killing spree after killing Ava's family and 2 random victims. They're character driven like Breaking Bad, story driven like The Following. Takes place in present day, 2014, small city in Missouri. Alright, so I was right about the natural born killers part. The novel would be 50,000 words to 120,000 words. Screenplay would be 90 to 120 pages, because 1 page equals 1 minute of screen time. Jesus Christ. Like I said, I got a lot of shit, but we're approaching on one right now. Yep. ideas out the ass. Inspiration, Badlands, The Wild Bunch, Bonnie and Clyde, Reservoir Dogs, okay. Like a violent western, like a road movie, really horrific characters, anti-heroes, late 60s, early 70s, Texas or southern or midwestern state, horror genre, keep it crazy, keep it simple, horrifying and sinister. The characters and the heroes and the villains. I would love to know if you guys are actually working on a project, if you do anything like this. Sticky notes. And then I got more. Womp, womp, womp. Late 60s, early 70s, carnival amusement park, kidnapping, serial killers, southern, western state, Texas, violent, horrifying, like a road movie. So, that's a lot of shit. And then, my other ideas, sort of. One of them, I have pro and con. For screenplay, harder to sell, no creative freedom if sold, can't turn into a novel, limited due to format. Novel, easier to write and turn into screenplay, unlimited creative freedom, easier to publish. Now you can do self-publish, but who's gonna edit your book? Are you gonna edit your book? I'm gonna edit my book. Oh, and then there's the challenge, which I failed miserably. So I want to know how many of you guys have done this before on Booktube. If you guys have, please let me know in the comments below. I have to know this, guys. How many of you guys have done any type of challenges like this? And this is what I was literally gonna fucking do. And sorry for all the swearing. So, 90 days. This is the 90-day novel challenge. And now I'm gonna challenge everyone on Booktube who's a writer, an author, or does creative writing as a hobby or whatever. 90 days to plot, outline, and write the first draft of your novel. Cannot change the plot or the genre. Must stick to the story no matter what. Too many ideas makes me want to change the story or do something new. That's my issue. Try not to make music. That was me. Don't make any music for 90 days because I was releasing 4 albums a year. Must focus on current novel. Must choose from top 10 selection, which is what I did. This was my 90-day challenge. Official start, October 1st, 2014. Official end, January 1st, 2015. Goals. Stay motivated. Have fun. Do not get discouraged. So, guys, writers, musicians, creative peoples, and this also goes for our readers too, because this applies to everyone. If you're having a shitty week and you're bombing on your TBRs or you're not meeting your goals for reading, don't stress, have fun, stay motivated. And then the challenge, what am I challenging? What am I challenging for myself personally, as me as an individual? This is what I did for myself at the time. I'm challenging my creativity. How far can I go? I know I've done, we're going to speak in 2018. 16 albums and a shitload of EPs, plus a live album, the best of. I challenged the shit out of my creativity, and I still had more ideas for music and stuff. It's been a while since I've done any type of creative stories for like novels and shit, so that's gonna be a challenge for me personally. Am I still good? What if I'm not good? What if I just suck in general now? No matter what, it'll never be good. Some people like it, others will suck. Or maybe my editing in stories in general for like the English language, maybe I have regressed now. I don't know. You might hear a baby in the background. Babysitting is happening. This was my status. 9/15/2014. 8:12 p.m. Can't think of shit. Can't decide on a genre. Work on horror screenplay and mischief. Working title as a 90-day challenge, which we'll get to that shit right now. So this was 9/12. This is my other 90-day challenge for screenplay, which I got it off a message board. The 90-day challenge shit. Mischief. Horror screenplay. Start October 1st, 2014. Pre-planning September 12th, 2014 to September 31st, 2014. Cannot change story once started. Must have characters and stories before October 1st. Can change title of film. Do not have to finish in 90 days. Stay motivated. Have fun. Just first draft in 90 days. Be creative. Stay focused. I even had explanation points for those too. Cannot start another project. Music is the exception. Gillian Flynn. If you ever, I've read Gone Girl and Sharp Objects. I don't know why I have that written down over here. Yeah. Excuse me guys, I've been rambling on for 42 minutes. I think I've done a pretty horrible job. I doubt anyone's gonna sit in 42 for the entirety of this. I can see people skipping over, so it's been a horrible day trying to go live. I'm just gonna stick to actually no. If I'm gonna go live, I don't know how many of you guys have Instagram, but I think I can do Instagram live. We're gonna do that next time. And if that doesn't work out, I'm just gonna stick to posting videos. This is my longest video to date. I had more planned. Three-act structure. All right. I had more planned, guys. And we are gonna mischief. I could probably break this down in segments if I edit it, but I doubt I'm going to. Oh shit. Look at this shit. Story takes place the night before Halloween in the present day. A group of 5 friends are terrorized by pranksters who take it too far. Mischief night is when people pull pranks by throwing eggs, toilet paper, smashing pumpkins, powder, bombing, etc. A group of pranksters decide they want to raise the stakes and take the pranks far. Pranksters are masked assailants. Chloe is single. Alicia is in a relationship with Jason. Nicole is in a relationship with David. Alicia, Jason, Nicole, and David die. Chloe survives or let all the MCs die. To those who don't know what MC is, its main character. It's also a motorcycle club. Everyone dies, including villains. Villains live, everyone dies. Chloe lives, villain dies. Chloe lives, one of the villains die. And then I literally did character bios for like each of them. You know, I'm doing characters and bios and shit like I'm very I'm very descriptive. Like, actually, let's go back to Chloe. She's 23 years old. She's single. She is responsible, shy, kind of boring, book smart, middle class, not really close with Jason, Alicia, and Nicole. Does not party. Appears serious most of the time, but does not lighten up. Sounds like me. Very comfortable around David. Has a minor crush on David. Awkward around everyone else. Sounds like me. 5'5", brown hair, hazel eyes, yeah, average build, tech guru, nerdy. Sounds like me. Character bios for the villains. Bum, bum, bum. Real name, Nathan McCarty. He is a Phantom of the Opera. Boyfriend of Red Riding Hood. Partner in crime to Red Riding Hood. 27 years old. Very smart, both book and street. Pretty strong for his size, 5'8", 185 pounds. Average build. Helded girlfriend killer helped her girlfriend kill her family and 2 more victims. I had it written down as helded. Emotionless to everything around him except his girlfriend. Very sinister, very manipulative toward others except girlfriend. Can read people very carefully. Woo. Okay. So that was all on this. All right. Now we're gonna go to music. We're gonna go to my music. I said I would read a lyric. I don't know where to start with you guys, though. Okay. We'll go through my directions and concepts. The working title for one of my albums was going to be called 1987 because that was the year I was born. Reference, where did I get that idea and reference from? To those who listen to hip-hop, I don't know if anyone know who The Game is, but he made an album called 1992, and the concept for myself would be, can be about the year 1987 from my birth to general events. It would be strictly 80s beats or golden age beats, can symbolize the year I was born, story about my life, from the 80s to the current time. And that reference will be from the Art of Music 2, because I did a couple songs, which was arguably my best album. But then Self-Destruct happened. Untitled reference, Wu-Tang's Once Upon a Time in Shaolin. AC Splits, which is me, my rap name. Suicide King Returns, and Wu-Tang's Enter the 36 Chambers. I've done some songs that was heavily influenced. You can see the influence with the Wu-Tang Clan, like with samurais and shoguns and all that sorts of kung fu stuff. I have some of that in my music. Concept album about the Bloodline, Skater Gang, Tony Untouchable saga. So I have various aliases that kind of like Eminem. Like he has Eminem, Marshall Mathers, Slim Shady. I kind of have the same thing, but I have more characters in my thing that makes up the story in my music world. Because my music world is like unlimited. And then I was gonna plan on doing a trilogy, Black Plague, Paradise Lost, and then I was gonna do something along those lines. Never happened. So we got Connections, S&M, Smoke and Mirrors, my first album. The Suicide King Exit EP, and the Suicide Returns EP. The Enigmatic Dreamer, Diary of a Crazed Sinner, The Art of Music 1 and The Art of Music 2, R&R Recharge and Reflect, King Legacy, Metamorphosis EP, Winter Wars and American Catalyst go together, New Religion and Of Kings and Gods go together, The Great American Psycho, The Homecoming EP, Dark Winters and Cold Summers, and The Transcendence EP go together, Black Plague and Paradise Lost go together, and then Self-Destruct. I said I was going to read a fucking lyric, but I'm going to have to do this off my phone. Everything else is blah. So, I'm going to get deep and personal with everyone. And then this was my, this was as of last year. For my 17th album. The name of that, I had different album titles. We were going to go with The Student, The Teacher, The Master. We were going to go in 1987. Wordsmith, The Suicide King 2, which would have been the album I would have retired off of. The Art of Music 3. The Art of Music 2 was great. One of my best albums. The Art of Music 3, basically, in order for me to make that, everything would have to be aligned. The Art of Music 2 was everything I wanted Part 1 to be, but it wasn't. The Part 1 wasn't The Art of Music 2. So, in order for me to do The Art of Music 3, my frame of mind has to be there. The beats have to be there. My lyricism, storytelling needs to be there. Everything, all the stars in a perfect world has to align together in order for that to happen. Now that I'm retired from music, it will not happen. And The Art of Music 3 would have to trump every single one of my albums in every single way. It has to be better than The Art of Music 2, Self-Destruct, everything. Kingdom, Supreme, The White Album, The Light Album, Third Wave, Rebirth, Black Gold, Spotlight, Hip Hop, Shelter, and AC Split LP. The song titles: Control, Alternate, Delete, Dirty Little Secrets, Don't Kill the DJ, New Jersey Prodigy, I Was Born and Raised in Jersey City, New Jersey. B-Boys and B-Girls, Neon Lights, Pass the Torch, Leader of the Old School. I think I'm more in the middle now between old school and new school, but I'm an old school guy. Trapped in a Box as America Watches, Dark Summer Nights, Blue Dreams, No Limits, Unlimited, Fall Out of Love, City Life, When Flower Blooms, God Sent, Vertigo, My Medicine, Ambition, Till My Heart Beat Gone, This Is Hip Hop Shelter, and World in a World. My current vibes as of May 2nd, 2017. I want the album to go in an old school direction for production. 70s, 80s, and 90s beats or boom bap beats. I want it to be a fun album where people can dance or battle dance to it. People can rock with it, bop their head to it. Another idea is doing a synth hip hop album. Another idea is making an album with nothing but positive vibes, nothing negative, which would have been probably this album. I mean, it would have been me, but I think it would have had more fun in it. I wanted to be not positive. Remaking a full-on positive album, while my intentions are there, I would feel very awkward about it. I don't know why. Current vibes, May 4th, 2017. Album can be a very accessible, commercialized album, but still maintain my integrity. Currently leaning toward an album with just 90s beats and boom bap beats, with the commercialized album in a close second. May 5th. Listen to a couple of 90s style hip hop beats, not feeling any of them. The commercialized album Steam more likely now. Want to try and make it fun. Auto tune on a lot or all the songs depending on production. Early stages seem like it's gonna be another Black Plagued, but more commercialized. Will have to change my delivery when recording vocals. Can't all sound the same, make or break. So, Black Plague was pretty much my trap album. Not in the sense of Black Plague would have been the drug that everyone took in my world and would have wiped everyone out. Which Paradise Lost, which would have taken place in a storyline where I think you're in like purgatory or something. I don't remember what it was. I know it didn't come out the way it did, but it still came out to be really good though. Make a socially conscious album like TES and Encore, or now Revival, Eminem. At the beach. I was at the beach that day too. Chill and positive vibes for an album. Family and friends is the theme. Make a conceptual album with those themes masking how I feel in real life. Make an album inspired by the Matrix trilogy based around my life versus 3 albums. That would have been entirely new. So, now that we're done with that shit. Oh wait, no, we got more. I had a whole bunch of track lists for Self-Destruct. Bad Reputation, One Life, What Goes Up Must Come Down, which I have on the album. No Limits, Unlimited, Real American Psycho, Low Life, Fall Out of Love, Guilt Driven, Poetic Justice, Suicide Note, Goodbye, which served as my final song on any album. I have 5 track lists. I'm not going to go through all of it, but no. This will be the last thing I do, I promise. There's a song called Gone Baby Gone, which I wrote in 2000 and fuck my life. I think it was 2012. And I never finished the song, and I finally finished it last year for Self-Destruct. Alright, Perspective. No. I'm trying to find a song for you guys like tough. You know what? We will do What Goes Up Must Come Down. I don't really want to do it. Alright. And then you know what? We'll do a song called Tanya. Alright. Let's do this shit. This will be the hook, the chorus. What the hell am I gonna do? Lost without you, you're gone forever, Tanya. What the hell am I gonna do? Lost without you, you're gone forever, Tanya. Verse 1, I don't know what to do without you. Still trying to come to grips that you're really gone. 13 and pregnant. Suicide is no joke. I wish nothing but bad on them niggas who raped you. Traumatized for life. Hook. What the hell am I gonna do? Lost without you, you're gone forever. What the hell am I gonna do? Lost without you, you're gone forever, Tanya. Verse 2. You had a good head over your shoulders. You dated some nigga that nobody liked. He was a high school football player. I just wanted you to be happy. You were an outcast just like me. You and I were cut from the same cloth. For some reason you looked up to me. I never really understood why. You and I were tighter than tight. Never knew you had a crush on me. You were like a little sister to me. You were left heartbroken over that news. You didn't deserve any of this. You deserved better than what you got. You were never forgotten. Always celebrated in your memories. Hook. What the hell am I gonna do? Lost without you. You're gone forever, Tanya. What the hell am I gonna do? Lost without you. You're gone, Tanya. Verse 3. When I got the call that you were dead, I was left so devastated. When I was told that the baby didn't survive, I was left so devastated. I blamed myself. I wish we could have dated. I promised I wouldn't tell anyone you were raped. You were so afraid for your life. Those niggas took advantage of you. Those niggas raped you. You were so powerless. They got away with it. I wish I could have killed them. They aren't worthy of living. You deserve so much better. I couldn't even go to your funeral. What the hell am I gonna do? Lost without you. You're gone forever, Tanya. What the hell am I gonna do? Lost without you. You're gone forever, Tanya. Where was the justice for Tanya? Your family blamed me for your death. Took me years to be at peace with your death. Took me years to realize it wasn't my fault. I wish I could have avenged your death. Your death put me in a very bad place for years. I wanted to take my own life. I wanted to be reunited with you. It seemed like everything is a dream. It seems like that dream is coming true. You were the coolest chick I've ever known. What I would give to have you back. What I would give to have your son back. Life isn't fair sometimes. I know you're not suffering. I know you're watching over me. You're too damn good for this world. Alright. And then I wrote really another fucked up thing that I'm not going to read. Then I had this other song called Rock and Roll. We are rock and roll. Too much beer is good for the soul. We are rock and roll. My heart just turned dead cold. Intro. I'm gonna read the intro to what would have been my new album number 17, that was untitled. Yo, it's been way too long. I think it's time to pour gasoline on this whole rap shit. Let me light up this joint and toss the lighter to the round. Set the world on fire like I'm raising hell above the ground. I'm on my godlike flow, spiraling out of control. Not on drugs, just confident enough to fuck your whole world up. No sword piercing through my head. Still a king without the suicidal mentality. Take you on a fucked up ride and cause a fatality. Raise one finger and I'll have you decapitated. Think you can go head to head with me, I'm just untouchable. Think you ever stood a chance, you're just fucked. Take my crown off, take one big swing and watch your knees buckle. That was the weight of my fist coming down on you. I'm a force to be reckoned with. I'm like a demolition expert here to destroy everything in my path. You can expect your ass, I'm on a warpath, and you can expect no survivors. This was not the final version. I know for a fact that's not the final version. I know I touched it up. But no sword piercing through my head, still a king without the suicidal mentality. To those who has owned a deck of cards, or who's seen, I'm pretty sure everyone's seen the deck of cards or owned it or played with cards before. Everyone knows the King of Hearts. You look at him, you'll see a knife through his head. They call him the Suicide King. That's where I got my nickname from. That's where I got my album title from too. It was also my nickname too. The Suicide King. One, because I'm mentally fucked up. And I've always tried to commit suicide. And I've been going through some really rough patches in my life. And that nickname kind of stuck with me for years and years to come. Fire. That was another one that I did. We're not going to read that though. But that is all now. I doubt anyone... I would be surprised if anyone went through the entire hour without skipping. If anyone watches this video and decides to skip, I don't care. This is a long ass video. I intended this to be live, but that backfired, and I apologize to you guys about that. So I just want to thank you all. So whoever watched this video, whether it's portions or the entire video. Thank you guys. When I go live, it will be on Instagram, so I have to do this. And I'm not going to edit this video. I'm just going to upload it. I got an idea. I could have done this easier. Excuse me, guys. All right. Hold on. This right here. I hope to fucking God you can see it, guys. But this is my damn blur. This is my, that's my Instagram, guys. I will write that shit down for you right now. All right. Oh my God, I hate the blurriness of this shit. All right, y'all can see it. This is my Instagram. Follow it. Next time I go live, that shit's happening. Oh, add me on Snapchat. I don't even know my fucking Snapchat thing. We're gonna find it right now. Whoa. Y'all can't see that shit, but I will do that shit too, actually. God damn it. Royal Flush 1. Y'all can't see that shit. I should have just wrote it down like I wrote it down. Alright. Add me on Snapchat, guys. Follow me on Instagram. I'll have everything on the link below. But we'll do this later, guys. Too sweet. Hope you guys had a great day. I'm having a great day now. I didn't expect the video to go this long, but whatever. See you guys later. Peace.